ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hauntoverse Update. We've got some breaking news tonight out of Universal Florida about their annual Halloween Horror Nights event. This year, Horror Nights number 27. And we learned yesterday that Horror Nights 27 made their first house announcement of American Horror Story. That they'll be bringing back the premiere haunt from last year. And this year, it will feature 3 different seasons of the show, Asylum, Coven, and Roanoke. Now, this is not really a huge surprise. Most people actually expected this to happen. But given that last year's American Horror Story was one of the better haunts on the year, this seems like a really good idea. Brian, what are some of your thoughts here on American Horror Story coming back for Horror Nights 27?
I am very excited, not shocked, as you mentioned. This was pretty much all but confirmed last year. I think even when they announced, before anybody even began to speculate, when they only did 3 seasons, I think we all already knew what that meant. With Walking Dead leaving, they need another, name brand like that so that they can just continue along, even for 2 years. I'll be curious to see what they do next year, but I am excited because it's all right. 3 favorite seasons, leave me alone. Fans, Coven, I don't care what anybody says. It was really good. The cinematographer at heart, best cinematography I've seen in a show in so long. American Horror Story kills it on that. But Asylum, Asylum is, it could be its own house. When I saw Asylum, I was like, okay, this should be a haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights. This was right when season 2 came out. And now we have Asylum. I haven't seen Roanoke yet because I've got to wait for it to make it to Netflix, but I know that it was one of the strongest reviewed since the early seasons. So, like you said last year, I mean, did that line ever drop below 2 hours, the entire event? Every time I saw updates, it was ridiculous. So I think they've landed a strong house. It's early, though. What is it? Why are we talking about haunt stuff in March still, right? I got all excited. I was going to pull all my stuff out, and then I was like, wait a minute. It's not even summertime. So, I mean, other than that, I couldn't be more excited. Like we just talked about before this started, I missed last year. We're already looking at what weekend we're going down. So, American Horror Story, which, again, doesn't need to, even really be talked about. It's a great house. It's a great decision. We knew it was coming back. The fans loved it last year. These seasons are, I think, better suited for a house, except for Coven. I am interested. While it is a great season, I am interested to see how they pull that one off, because it was much more subtle. It was very gory, though. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre's got a movie coming out, so I could see at least Hollywood picking that up. The other big rumor is, I know Jack has been thrown around. I don't know how I feel about that. 27's a random number. I know we just had Chance in Orlando last year. I can't see that. I'm sorry. I don't see that one coming through unless for some crazy reason Jack went to Hollywood, which I told you I'd be in favor of. I would love to see Hollywood get Jack and Orlando do something completely different. And that's all we've got right now. But AHS, American Horror Story being the big one, and again, I don't think anybody can be too shocked with that announcement.
Yeah, absolutely. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll be getting more updates here on new houses on a regular basis now. Like you said, June is usually the time that we start hearing this stuff, so we're way early here. So it'll be interesting to see if we see the whole schedule moved up with them revealing stuff. So as always, make sure you check us out here on Hauntoverse Update. And as always, scare on, Scare Warriors.